boy. Hi, 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 boy.
Hey guys, I'm back. And as always, you know what time it is. It's time for my quack quacks to go into the tub time. So that's what we're doing. 1 second. Alrighty then. So it's crazy because there's some like craziness happening right now. So I have this from the Agenda Free TV, and he has this thing that's going on in regards to YouTube. I don't know if you guys are experiencing it, but I definitely know I am.
To get on the air and there's breaking news, I misspell something. So maybe they were just rushing to get something up there.
So I don't know if you guys are getting this message, but I know I am.
Guys, accessing YouTube.
So it's basically giving you an error message when you go to YouTube.
Wow.
But you actually can use the subs, or you would have to manually search in order for you to find what you're looking for.
They were in a hurry. Okay, let's see. I mean, that's
so I have no idea why
Let me just see if
that's happening. It's
else.
crazy.
But that certainly is an update from them. Now you wonder with these
and
things,
then
how long is it?
I know when I was like searching up why I was getting the error, because I thought it was just me, because I checked my phone, I checked my computers, my iPad, my TV, and they were all giving me the same error. And so I Googled it, and it was saying it looks like you're caught in a massive global YouTube outage happening right now.
Is anything?
And so it's saying as of today, hundreds of thousands of users are reporting the exact same something wrong error, since it's happening on all the devices, and whether you're on data or Wi-Fi. So it's not basically on our end, it's basically on YouTube's end. So the outage status is there's a major disruption reported. Reports on down detector spike to over 470,000 in the last few hours. The scope, this is affecting the main YouTube site, the mobile apps, iOS and Android, and YouTube TV. Cause, while Google hasn't officially detailed the cause yet, it appears to be a server-side authentication or loading issue. So they're basically, I guess, trying to work on it, which is crazy.
You're my friend too.
Hey, Heavy Hook, how you doing? Yeah, it's something that they're definitely aware about. But like I said, the workaround I found was when you go to subs, you can either do it, or you would actually have to manually search for what you're looking for in order to see it. So what I was doing was, like, if in my search I would put live, and I could see everybody's lives that are coming out right now. But that was one way. You definitely missed it yesterday. I had like a troll in my comments, which was funny because you know, I'm sometimes a little airheaded. And so I didn't know that I had a troll. So I was just like, because the person was writing in there, like, oh, you know, I hope you don't have kids. And I'm like, I do have kids. Joke's on you. Like, ha. But I guess because, you know, they're not a frequent person that watches me. So they obviously didn't know that we have, like, me and you have, like, this inside joke about, you know, Miss Mad Lucille. And so they were making comments about my little bat. I was like, okay. Like, I didn't personally care. I just thought it was funny. It's like, what are you going to do? But yeah, we're just here trying to watch to see what's coming on, what's going on. I believe Arturo wasn't going to be on today for his channel. I believe he was on earlier today. So he had, I guess, business to attend to. So we're like, okay, well, we're still going to do our thing. And I know I saw you like yesterday in his channel. I was like chatting. But yeah, so I was watching this guy because he's talking about what's going on with the YouTube. I thought I broke something, to be honest, because, you know, I have that issue.
Let's see here. I can see the home page. I can see.
Do you have any
I
updates
can
or
see
news about like the
it's
Guthrie
working.
situation? I know
Seems
you
to
were
be working on
monitoring
my
it
phone.
heavily.
Yes, the home page is on my phone. Wow. Looks like we might have gotten through this together, guys.
Let's see.
It looks
Dang,
like
it
we
looks
may
like it might
have
have fixed
gotten
itself.
through this together.
Oh,
Did
it
we do
did.
it?
Check it
It's
out.
looking, a lot of people are saying it's back.
So you
They're
can
gonna
check
click. They're
yours
gonna
and
click
see if
off
you
of
can
this
log into your
broadcast
device
as
now,
fast,
Heavy
as
Hook.
fast as they can.
So my end is showing that it's
wouldn't be too
working,
bad.
which is
I was worried it was
good.
going to be like hours and hours.
Like I agree with him. I thought it was gonna be like an all day thing, and I was like, man, what are they trying to hide? Like my conspiracy hat went on, and I was just like,
No, a lot
what
of
are they
people are saying
doing
it's
here?
back. So many comments. So many
Uh,
comments. Look at all the comments. Crazy.
but
Hey,
yeah,
thanks to
my little
animated one who says
conspiracy
my
hat
home
went
page is
on, and I
working
was
now.
thinking like,
Thanks
oh
also
man,
test handle.
you know,
Please ignore.
what story are they trying to cover up? Why did YouTube go down? Because then it's like, are they trying to hide something? Is this about Three Eye Atlas? Because I know that's still in the news too. Yeah, my thought right away is conspiracy, conspiracy, conspiracy. Especially with the fact that they were talking about Obama, who was saying when he was in an interview that aliens were real. So it's like interesting. And now all of a sudden YouTube's not working. Like, I wonder why.
You're my friend too.
I know now we could just take it off and be like, it was just a glitch. It was a glitch. A glitch in the matrix. It's nothing there. It's just me. There's no day there.
Was the full moon that night? That would help a little. Full moon, Breathless, 1966. When was the full moon? Was there a full moon around January 31st into the
Was
1st
there a
of
full
February
moon?
2026? Was there
I
a full
have to
moon?
check because
Does anyone know?
some crazy stuff
The
always
moonlight
be
schedule?
happening around full moons. Like, I don't care if people think I'm
Can you read the
conspiratorial about
license
that,
plate on
but
vehicles here at
stuff
night?
always be popping off. And I know they say sometimes it's like the moon
This is
has
what
like
the
an
roads
effect
look
on
like
your
at night
psyche, and
when
that's
cars
why.
are coming
But
around.
I don't know. That's some crazy ish if we had a full moon. Really.
Dude, see how crazy that is?
So let's see our moon
Shows you how
calendar.
dark it gets out here.
You're my friend too.
Oh, well, at least that's good, I guess. Like, I know they were thinking that that brother-in-law or the dude that was sitting with those two chicks, they were saying like he looked a little sus. So they were thinking it was him. Yeah, our next full moon is not going to happen probably till
You ain't seeing nothing out here at night.
probably not until March.
Let me go past these cars.
You're
I
my
see
friend
nothing.
too.
Yo, this is I think
Yeah,
this is the latest
that's
we've
kind
been
of crazy
out
that they still
since.
haven't found her. I'm
ain't
still
seen
tripping
nothing
on
out
that
here.
one.
Is this
Like
crazy?
I keep telling people, like it's interesting to me because with all the technology, it's like why haven't they found
Holy
her?
smokes.
But then
Dude,
again,
this is scary.
we still don't get good photos
Look,
of Sasquatch
this is
or
what it is
like
out here. It's
the
pitch black.
Yeti,
There's
and
no
yet we
lights
have
around
like
here.
these awesome
We see
cameras.
lights
My
in the
theory, I
distance
kept telling
as people's
people,
homes.
is that I think
This
that
is
maybe they have like
crazy.
some type
This
of
is the
like
darkest I've been here.
magnetism that
Dude,
comes
I
off
can't
of
even
them
see the
that causes
cars in front of
that
me.
to
Dude,
interfere
there's
with the
cars in
camera.
front of me. I can't even see them.
Because it's like, why can't we ever get
See?
good photos?
Look, this is my car.
You're my friend too.
So yeah, it's tripping me out when it comes to
And even at this distance.
her and being able to locate her.
Dude, this is crazy. Now look.
But I know right now we don't have a full moon. It's not until I believe
You ain't seeing nothing out
the
here.
next full moon
At
is
night.
supposed to be like, I think in March sometime. I know we're supposed to get a pink moon as well.
Look, the sign. Gone.
Oh. I don't think there's nothing
And
crazy
it's
going
pretty
on because the
clear.
last
The
full
sky's
moon was
clear.
on February 1st.
Ooh!
Okay.
I'm howling at the moon. Yo.
Yeah,
I'm
he is.
saying, you really think they're going to detect anything on a ring camera out here?
They can
It's
if they have
just
a
after
good Ring
sunset.
camera. Like, I don't know about Ring itself, but I know Google makes really
See
good
nothing out here. You can't even see the
like
roads.
night vision cameras. Like their stuff is so super clear. It's crazy compared to Ring. Ring's kind of like grainy, but at least the one that I used to have. But the newer ones, I don't know how they are.
Look, as soon
But
as I turn
definitely
the light off,
Google's
the road's
Nest
gone.
cams and their doorbell cams are really good, and they continue to record even after your power goes out or your internet goes down. They continue to record, which is really based because once it reattaches to your internet, it will just upload that. And like I said, it's so crystal clear. It's crazy.
Dude, scary. Dude, this is scary. Creepy. Creepy cacti. I'm going back down. I gotta get my...
Oh, I can't see how that's going to be a winning ticket. Harrison Cortez
Now you know
for
why we don't have
president.
no
No
video
thanks.
surveillance around here
I'm good.
at night. Here you go.
Like I know a lot of people are probably like, "Why? It's a woman. You need women to be in power." Like, nah, I'm good.
I'm going back towards the light.
Like, I don't need those people in power.
That's what I'm talking about, folks. There's cars around me, but you can't even see them. I've never seen a place so dark. This is like you're in the middle of nowhere. And the sun goes down, it's pitch black. You don't know what's out there. Monsters, coyotes, wildlife. You don't even know what's out there.
Yeah, wildlife be crazy. It be wildin'.
The hills have eyes. Friday the 13th. Freddy Cougar. I don't know who's out here. Candyman. The Purge. The Warriors. Dracula. Bigfoot.
You're my friend too.
Perverts.
Yeah,
Right,
I was
right,
talking
right.
about that in my chat. I
You're
was
not seeing
curious
her home from the road at night.
in one of my videos in
If that
regards
light is
to
out,
what kind of ticket would be
the
great
only reason why it has
if
this is
people
because
would
got
think
this.
it would
But
be
you ain't
like
seeing
good
her
to
house
have
at
either a
night.
Marco
How are you even gonna
Rubio
know to go
or
here? Now,
a
if this was a targeted hit,
Marco Rubio,
the
JD Vance,
hitman
or
would
Marco
go to the wrong
Rubio
house.
and Tulsi Gabbard,
But as
or
you're
Marco
driving down at
Rubio
night,
with Pete
let me just
Hegseth,
show you
you know,
examples.
just to
You
kind
don't
of
even
mix it up.
find a
But it's
mailbox.
like,
Your headlights might get on. You might
I
see a
think like
mailbox
Marco
here where you
Rubio
would
is
say,
like
oh,
based right now. Like
or
he,
is it
his,
targeted hit
especially on the
because
world
CODIS at
stage
night?
with his foreign policy, he's
If
been
you
doing
drive
phenomenal,
down
and
here,
he's gone from little Marco to big old Marco. He's definitely
it's
a game
crazy
changer
because
right
when I
now.
first came here, there was no police out here. There was no media out here when I first got here at night. I made a video. It was pitch black.
We got another 26 in
But
here.
here's the mailbox, what it looks like at night. So
We have
imagine
all
headlights.
hostages accounted
You're
for.
driving down here and you got the mailbox.
Doesn't look like much is going on again. Tonight seems like another boring night. I know yesterday when I was on the live, Tommy was out. I think he was out. No, he wasn't. I know they were talking about him though. The people on the live saying that, oh, there's no Patriots going to be out tonight, and
Really
that they're
great
running
stuff
scared.
here.
And it's
So
like, okay,
hopefully I gave
boy.
you a good perspective on that aspect. JLR Investigates out here.
People are
With that being
crazy.
said, I think I'm going to sign off for the night, and we'll stay with this. I'm going to turn the camera around. Folks, where is Nancy Guthrie? We are praying for Nancy's safe return.
You're my friend too.
She's out there.
Yeah,
Positive
right.
vibes. Send positive vibes in the chat.
He's
Anything
in
breaks on
discovery
this
mode.
case, we'll share
It'd
it on
be
JLR
crazy
Investigates
if
page.
he
yeah,
ends up
we're
finding her or
now.
being the one to solve it. That's
Carolina
the
Hill,
crazy
for
part.
anything we're praying
trying to
for.
get this
Everyone
first
around
one
here,
play.
church members,
Because that man is
praying for
invested.
law enforcement, first responders, the volunteers.
And it sucks because, you know,
media,
that's
everyone
old school
who's covering
journalism. We don't
this
have that
case,
no
all the
more.
media. Praying for everyone. And collectively, the power of prayer shall be found. And whoever did this will
So it looks
be
like he's going to
held
be signing off
accountable.
for tonight.
Whoever did this, do what's right. Come to your senses. Enough is enough.
We'll see if we can
Bring Nancy home.
see what else is going on.
You're my
And
friend
stupid people.
too.
And when you vote for things like communism, you are voting for stupidity.
And you hit the nail on the head. It's communism.
Yeah,
and at the end of the day,
he's been
it
doing
comes down
so
to
good,
one
like,
simple
man.
word that I think we all
And he's so
understood
informative.
that
Like,
this
he's
agenda is
really
about.
good
That's
at what he
control.
does.
So
So
once you're
it's going to be
living in one
interesting
of
to
these,
see
government
what he comes
run
out
and provided
finding.
homes,
And if he's going to
all
be
the little
everybody, like all the news media to the punch,
idiosyncrasies that the left is
going to
about.
be like
How many times you can
a
flush your
kick in
toilet,
their
how much
balls if
water
he
you
does
can
beat
run,
them
can you
to
have a
it.
gas stove, all those little things to control every aspect of your life, and how you live your life will be determined by the government, because you are dependent on them for your very existence in the shelter that you live in, the home that you live in, the roof over your head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the problem I see largely is that, let me just put it like this. The problems
And
that
we
we're
also
facing are
have
because
Tommy. I guess they're
it is
doing a
due to the
group
fact that
chat.
Americans over a long period of time have become fat and complacent. That we've come to a place where you can have a Zoran Mamdani being like, yeah, we're going to gut your bills. There's crap all over the streets. San Francisco. How did we as
was
Americans allow any of
crazy.
this to happen?
He,
The truth is
when the
that the
snow
generations
got
that came
cleared
before
up,
us-
all you saw was nothing but
me, just
like
largely
everywhere.
didn't care.
That's insane.
They were like,
that
what do you
that's
mean?
all over New
The
York
system
City.
runs
But that,
itself. And
hey
what
man, you
happens?
get what you
They
voted
got
for.
fat and happy. And then the people
It's like
in
now they're
office
going
were
to probably have
corrupt
like
and
a
started
poop
gunning the
patrol, just
machine
like
for their own
what is
benefit.
it, Seattle?
And now we're in a death spiral.
Yeah.
Can the tailspin be recovered from and pulled out of? I'm not entirely sure. But historically, we do tend to see a few things from situations like this. You could possibly get a Caesar-esque Roman Empire.
You're
The
my
Republic
friend,
falls,
too.
and then a strong man says, I'm not going to let it happen, and takes over. an Abraham Lincoln-esque suspension of habeas corpus and constitutional rights
gosh.
to keep the Union stabilized.
I can imagine.
You could also,
with
you
no
also
mods,
could get a Bolshevik revolution.
You probably get
Far
some
leftists
very
go to the centers of
outspoken
power,
people.
take out the command structure, then they assume control.
Like,
and
I
everybody's
would
just too
assume
scared
he
to
would
do
have at
it.
least had some
You could
stuff
also get
set
a
up
Francoist
where it
type
would
scenario,
like
where a military leader
correct,
says,
like
I'm not letting these commies win,
pull
and
out
then
like
just decides to
certain words where it'll block.
It's going to be one of something
But
like this. We don't know exactly.
I
what
guess
it'll
he's
look
more
This is
like, you know what,
rhymes.
free speech
So I wish you
absolutist
all
all
the
the
best of
way, where
luck,
he's
and I
like,
hope you
it
are
is what it
prepared for
is.
the
Y'all
worst
get yourself in
and
trouble.
hoping for
That's
the
on
best.
you.
Even New York City, like the people that live in New York City, the standards drop because they're replacing New Yorkers. Like you can go and look at the demographic makeup of New York City. The foreign-born proportion of the population is increasing year over year. It's not stopping. And so part of the problem is a lot of these people, they don't actually have like the expectation, because we're saying, how can Americans tolerate this? How can Americans stand for this? It's like, well, there's not very many Americans left in New York City. Certainly not very many Americans that have like a long lineage in the country.
Yep.
And so that's part of how you can consolidate power in places like New York City and places like Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah.
You just shake out
Oof.
Americans.
And
That's
so
the
it's,
strategy. that's going on
we
here.
Well,
actually
and this is
got
all
a slow leak in our
Well,
tire,
part of
and we took
is
it to
not
get
just
fixed, and
shaking
then
Americans
they didn't
out.
fix it.
It's bringing non-Americans
It's still
in.
leaking.
Back to the congressional map
Yeah.
issue is
Like,
the
well,
census.
guess I gotta go
Right?
back.
Congressional districts are made up of individuals, not citizens right now. And it should count for citizens. There are congressional
Absolutely.
districts
Like,
in
it sucks
this
because
country.
I'm pretty sure these people think I
Congressional
don't know
districts,
stuff,
roughly
but I know about
750,000
some
people. There's
stuff
some
when it comes
districts
to
that only have
cars.
250,000 citizens. in
Yeah.
them. That's it.
Yeah,
That is it. So it's like you got to go fix this census issue, which I know the administration is looking at, and I'm praying to God that they do, because if they don't,
Like, people are watching
we're
also
cooked.
Yeah.
Is that something that
the volcano in
Congress is
Sicily,
gonna be
Italy now. It's
helpful
like,
with, or
wow, we
is
have
it something that
Hawaii,
the
Italy,
executive
Guatemala.
can do on his own, or
The
All these different
executive tried
volcanoes,
to do
it's getting
that,
crazy.
during the
friend,
last
too.
census. It went to court. I think they're going to take another run in it for the next census. Congress can certainly, absolutely, look, we can pass any law that we want
Interesting.
within the bounds of the Constitution.
no, you can't. You can't barely pass any laws.
Yeah, well, I'm speaking theoretically.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
by the powers vested in
Yeah,
Congress.
if we're able to defeat our opponents in the House and then coerce our enemies, which is the Senate, then yes, we could do these things. But yeah, you could certainly pass a law to do it. But you know, the Senate is kind of the go along, get along club over there, and they're living in 6-year
Yeah,
terms,
it's like,
and you know, whatever, no
it's like
problem.
peace,
You know, just kind
alright.
of managing the
my
decline of the
friend,
country.
Repeal the
I
17th.
did.
I'm actually for that.
I am completely for it.
Yeah.
I told you, sometimes
100%. We got to do
the
it.
voices
You know,
gotta put them on
I
lock.
will admit, I think
I was
based
like,
on what
yeah,
we've
I
seen
totally
largely in the
like messed
political
up my car
landscape,
because you know I know cars have
I am,
gaskets, and I'm like, dude, that's
I don't know
all.
what the right word is for it, but I
I
think
get it
liberalism
now.
has reached its conclusion for this country. And that is the fault of those who
See,
purported to
sometimes
be
people
classical
think
liberals,
that,
but
you
did not
know,
defend what they believed in.
This is sometimes
So,
like
I would
me
describe it like
acting
this.
girly
I
or
view
like
myself as a
airheaded. Sometimes
classical
it really
liberal.
isn't. It's,
For those that aren't familiar with that term means, it
it's
doesn't
just
refer to
me.
American politics at all. It's a reference to political
But once my
ideology
brain
of,
catches up,
you
or
know,
y'all drop that
largely
hand,
what
I'm like,
this country
oh,
was founded
oops.
on. But understand,
take it
this
back
country was
now.
also founded on blasphemy laws, strong social codes, and people being
yeah,
hung in the streets
that's
when they
crazy.
commit crimes against other people. That's not to say I'm for those things now, but the thing is, we believed
Yeah, it looks
in
like he's
semi-decentralized
also,
government.
I guess,
We
going
believed in guaranteed rights and
coming
protections to be written
offline
down,
as well.
and to a certain degree, freedom of people to practice their religion as they saw
Hey man,
fit.
I tell you guys,
Over a long enough period
I
of
keep it
time,
100.
This
So what you see is
worldview,
what
which
you
I
get.
largely agree with, not
I got
like
no
the
shame in my
minutia of how they were
game.
doing bad things. Everyone understands. We do better over time, right?
Looks
Slavery
like
was bad.
Dad's gone
However, they're
live.
allowed
He's
in
still
other
covering it. He
ideologies and
hasn't, I guess,
cultures which
called it a
oppose
night
these.
yet.
At this point, we are looking at the corruption. I don't mean the political sense. I mean general decay
Like
of our
CNN is
institutions.
still
That
kind
is,
of talking
the 17th
about
Amendment,
it.
for those that aren't familiar, states that effectively we're having a popular vote for senator. It used to be that your state legislature, your state representatives would decide who they would appoint to represent the state. That is the better way to do it.
But
Because
when
that
you see,
requires
because
individuals then pay
usually
attention
we end up
to
with
who their
people on the
local,
ground,
senators
mainly
and
like
reps
leftists,
actually
like a lot
are
of the
and
Patriots
what's going on
haven't
in
been
their
going
state.
out lately. And maybe
With
they're
the
waiting for
creation
us to get warm
the ratification
before
of the
they
17th
do.
Amendment, now nobody even knows who's
Or
running
if
their
they
own
go on
local
specific
jurisdictions
days.
or districts,
But we
and,
usually
or
have
towns
more
or
of the
whatever. And you get
leftist
these members of Congress
or
that are like, vote for me and I'll clean up
left-leaning,
our town.
I guess
Why would
people
a
on the
federal
ground.
member of Congress be cleaning up your local town in your district? Your representative is going to go to Congress and represent your
Yeah.
interests to the
You're
federal
my
government.
That
on
whole
issues of
Guthrie case
national
is just a
taxation,
hot,
borders,
hot
and
mess.
foreign policy. But these people now don't understand that we are a republic. So I say this. We need a hard reset, unfortunately. And I don't know how it comes about. But I know that whether we do it or not, it's going to happen. Because if it doesn't happen by the brute force of the right,
There we
the
go.
left will smash everything and burn it down.
Addresses-
And then if either the right gives up and you get a Bolshevik-style revolution, or the right fights back and gets their reset.
So if you repealed the 17th Amendment right now, you go and look at the number of legislatures controlled by Republicans or split legislatures, so say it goes 1-1, we'd have
I'm
close
just
to
waiting to
60
see
senators.
what's going to happen
Republicans
next,
would.
man. Like, I
We
see
would
what
have
Tim
60
and them are talking
senators
about,
right
but
now,
I
if
feel
not
like
60.
we're already
And
at that
guess what it
part
would
where I
do?
think we're just,
It would reinstitute
you know,
this
like,
beautiful word you
realizing
just
that
mentioned,
there's no coming back
republic.
to
We're a
how far
republic,
we've
and
gone
so
off the
it will
edge of
put
the
focus
reservation.
back on the state
And I know they're trying to,
legislatures, which
like,
are
bring us
largely
back, but I
ignored,
don't think that's ever going to
except when we're
happen
going through this
on how
redistricting
bad it's getting.
process right now in states like Virginia. So
You're my
people
friend,
should be
too.
paying attention
Wow.
to what your
That's
elected
crazy.
officials doing in your state legislature. They have a lot more impact on your day-to-day than a U.S. senator does.
Yeah, literally, it's crazy. Like the retconning that people do with the founders, like there were these wholesome Chungus, like democracy advocates and everything.
They were all fat.
Brutal
Yeah,
American.
I know, it's great. I'm like, dude, like it was a law in every state where like you couldn't hold elected office unless you were a Protestant. Like they were like very,
Yeah.
they kept things very tight back then.
Freedom of religion to be Protestant.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Whoa, you're a Baptist? All right, we'll let you in, but that's a little crazy." And then like nowadays, it's like,
There were a few exceptions like Virginia and Maryland because of the Catholic population. But most of the original 13 colonies were, you had to profess a belief in a Protestant Christian God. The other interesting thing people need to understand is there were not just 13 colonies. People don't, they think
right.
that Britain established 13 colonies. No. Canada was British too.
And
and
Tim
still
B
is.
is dropping
And
knowledge bombs
the
all the
original
time.
colonies went to
I know a lot of
Quebec, and they
people
were
don't like
"Hey,
them.
you should join us." They
But
were like,
he does.
And so then the War of 1812, we were like, we're going to go take it. And then we went to go take Montreal, and we basically got it, and the British burned down the White House, and we were like, crap. So anyway.
Also crazy how the Canadians claimed the dub there. I'm like, you guys didn't do anything. That was the
You're
British.
my friend.
That's crazy to me. That was still a family feud. You guys like, God, you weren't even a thing yet.
Yeah,
hear,
I
in Canada,
I
they
agree.
have
I think
No
that's
Kings
just getting
rally?
out of
Yeah,
control.
they
But the
literally
thing
have a
is
king.
that
Yeah, they call it no
I
tyrant.
think a
Yeah,
lot
no
of
ty- it's
people
like,
are
no
so
king. Oh,
sick
wait a minute.
of
These-
We
everything
have a
that
king.
these
You know,
leftists
you
are
can diss me now 'cause
doing.
you're
That
sitting
they're
member of
just
Congress, but
like,
these
look,
maple
we just
monkeys are
want,
getting a little out of
you know,
It's
normalcy.
getting a little
Like
out of
most
we don't have to
people,
listen to
they
the
don't want to
flashbacks.
deal with
And-
all
and
that
the
stuff. They just
situation-
want to be
the
left
situation with
alone.
the
You know, that's
king
why I'm always talking
in-
about
in
the silent
Canada.
majority,
Ian
or
reminds us,
you know, the people
all
that
the
come out
time,
once in a while, like
there's a
independents.
king
They're just like,
stealing
look,
Canada.
just
They,
leave me
like,
alone. Let
not
me
to
do my
get super
thing.
granular here, but they don't
You
even
know,
endorse
don't
the
bother
monarchy.
me.
Like, Justin
You
Trudeau
know,
is an
make my
avid
bills
supporter of
cheaper,
monarchy,
make
but
food
it's-
But
affordable.
it's not because he's like,
Make my
we have this, like,
spending
you
for
know,
my
classical
check instead of me
Anglo
living
tradition.
paycheck
Like,
to
that would be
paycheck.
base
Let
if
me
that's
be
why
able
you
to
like the
do
monarchy,
this
but he
where
likes the monarchy
I can
purely because
have
America
some
doesn't have
spending
one.
or
And Canada's
leeway in there.
entire self-conceptualization
But
as a
once you
nation
start affecting
is
them, they're
rooted in,
just
the
like,
insecurity that they're
you know
basically
what?
like
I'm gonna have to go out there
America's
and
team.
vote all
So they have
crazy,
to
you know. And
endorse
that's what a
these
lot of
I
Gen
mean, is
X
that
did.
really
They
who
were
you
so
think
tired
that
of
is?
people like bothering them
we need,
and like
we need
scolding
to
them,
purge the Supreme
especially
Court,
when it's coming from
except
younger
for
people.
Thomas and Alito, and
It's
then
like
bring
you're
in
looking
a
at them
bunch
like,
of
bro, you haven't even lived
actual-based
your life. Like, who are you to tell me
so
anything?
that they actually
And then they're so
rule
damn
on things
sensitive, and
that
it's
matter.
like
The Supreme
when you grew
Court
up like
is again
as a latchkey
Alito and
kid, you're
Thomas
just
are
like,
based. In fact,
I'm told
you know,
sticks and
I
stones
long
will break my
argued
bones,
just
but words will never
Thomas's
hurt me.
extended
So it's
family,
like,
they all get
got
appointed
that
to the Supreme
thick
Court,
skin,
everybody else
you
out,
know?
and we'll pack the court.
So
and
these
get, 4
people,
more
they're
seats.
just way too sensitive for
Thomas,
my taste,
your
and
kids, your cousins,
I
whatever,
just
they're
hate
all
that
good.
we
Gentleman's
always have to
agreement. He's the best.
bend our will to
But,
them. Because I'm like,
we have
well,
to-
are you going to
it's
do it
funny
for
how he
me?
says so
And if
little.
not, then we're not
He's
paying
just very
attention.
stoic and he sits there and then he gives the
That
right
or pay
answers.
me some money
The problem
and
is
I'll go
that,
ahead and
I'm reading
pretend
this
for
thing
you.
about the Second Amendment. Virginia's trying to ban
Because you
guns,
want me to
basically.
act,
And
so I
the
might as well
Supreme
get
Court
paid.
is just too scared. They're too political. And I don't mean
But of
political in the
course
sense that
not.
they're
You
political
know how
opinions.
they
I mean,
are.
they're concerned that the responses they give will create a
Like,
political or
but
cultural response.
I like
instead
the
of
fact
just
that they're
doing
getting the
what needs to be
backlash, and
done.
as you could tell,
We need a Supreme
the
Court
left
who's
is
gonna be
already
like,
losing,
"No,
which
no,
is
don't
why
care.
they're crashing
This
and
is what
burning.
is."
So they're trying to
But we don't have that. We
reconfigure
have two guys.
everything, you know, especially
I would like,
if we
Clarence
ever
Thomas feels like
finally
he wanted,
pass the
like,
SAVE
so
Act.
does
That's it
Caesar, and
for
then he could, like,
the
choose
Dems.
who the
They're
successors would be personally.
SOL at that point.
Completely subvert the entire system.
That's why they're trying to add in the amnesty, which Schumer's talking about. giving
before
11
we-
Well, he
million
needs to
people
do it
amnesty
now
and
because
making them
we don't-
automatic
it's not
citizens,
gonna
because
get
then
confirmed
there's
to
their
take the Senate.
voting base and they no longer need the black
74,
vote or
like,
the
he's probably
Hispanic
still got
vote
10
at that
years, 'cause,
point.
I mean, look, I love Trump and I've supported everything. Unfortunately,
No.
the SCOTUS picks haven't quite.
I don't
resulted
think
in what we would've
personally, and I
liked,
know
so
I
don't
probably get a
know.
lot of hate for this, but I don't
should
think
appoint
a
Matt
woman should be
Walsh.
Camille
president.
Bose is like the shoe-in for the next SCOTUS appointee.
Like, I'm good as a
and,
first
I mean, I
lady.
don't know too much about it, but a lot of our
But president,
more
no.
legally-minded people still have some
I think I'm
questions.
that
Matt,
person that if
Matt,
I get so
if
annoyed
they
with you, I'd be
nominate
like,
you for
push the
Supreme Court,
button.
would you take it? Matt Walsh should be in this.
I'm the one that's like,
yeah,
let's just throw everything out the window and see what happens, you know? It's like, okay, so we shouldn't have hit the button just yet.
There's zero Protestants on the Supreme Court right now. It's
No,
all
I think
Catholics
men
and
are better
Jewish people.
leaders
It's
for
like,
that,
what
and I
happened?
feel
Protestants
like men
majority of the
should be
country.
the
Where's our
ones to be in
representation?
a leadership role like
what's,
that. I think
Ketanji Brown
women
Jackson?
definitely can help,
She's like,
but
well, she's
I feel
white,
like
she would
it's
be
more of a
considered
man's job.
Baptist, but like,
And like I said, I'll probably get a lot of hate for that, but I don't care.
Probably
That's
not
my
very.
thought
She doesn't know
process.
what a woman is.
I want to just like, have you guys seen that Matt Walsh?
It's like, I'm
joke show
old
that he
school
did
that way.
briefly? It was very funny.
Yeah.
I just want
Like, I know people that tell me, they're like, oh,
he's just like,
you're supposed
no,
to be
we're
woman
banning
power and
trans.
this and that. I'm like, no, I'm
And they're
good.
just like, he's like, I don't care.
I know
what the
there's
law
things that I
says.
cannot do. Like,
Yeah.
That's not the
I
judge's
would
job,
never
so-
be a plumber.
It is
I would
now.
never go
Javelin.
and do fracking.
Javelin.
I would never be that person that goes on the boats and scrub the bottom of the boats. Like,
Maybe.
I'm
That would be
good.
nice too. A gavel.
I like
Look,
being
the
a girl,
left
so
has no compunction with doing things like that.
I
It
know
doesn't
my
matter what the
limitations,
law
and I'm
says,
okay
they
with
just
that.
interpret it the way they
it
want
doesn't mean
to.
that
If you listen
I
to
can't
what,
contribute just like a
Ketanji Brown
guy
Jackson has said
can.
about half
Like,
this stuff,
you know, I'm pretty
like,
smart up here, so
You have no choice.
I
It's
can
like
contribute
80%
in
of the
other
words.
ways.
oh right, seriously.
You have no choice but to listen.
Famously, in like,
Yes.
the previous rulings, she made arguments.
If you ever watched,
I forgot exactly
was
what it
it,
was. It was I should pull
Bob's
this one up.
Burgers, the movie,
Where, she made an
where
argument.
the kids and
What
Linda
was this
press
one?
the
Do you
ouchie
guys remember what
button.
happened? It was a big story.
They're like,
where
oh,
she
aren't you
made
scared you're
some,
gonna get
like,
ouchies when
inverted
you hit the
recursive
button? It's like,
arguments
no,
about
every
why
time I
they
see
do
buttons,
something
that's me. I'm
because
always
they
like,
can't do it or something like that.
I don't remember exactly what you're talking about.
Even
because
on the
most
elevator,
common
to this day, I
phrase
still
she
do that. I'll
uses,
go,
I don't understand.
Yeah, and they keep having this problem where she just like.
and then
debates
whoever I'm with, they'll just
the
look at me like,
lawyers.
did you
it's
really
like
have to
this-
do
you're
that?
not
And now we
supposed
have to
do
wait for
that.
every
It's not
floor. And
like
I'm
a
like,
debate
yeah.
show. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, she thinks that
See,
if she can
terrible,
convince
terrible person.
the law, she thinks that there's an audience that she has to convince.
And then it's.
But
the
I
Clarence
live
Thomas,
life
like,
to
I think
its
the
fullest,
first thing he
so
ever spoke
everything
into
I
the
do
record
is
was he was
for
making
like
fun of the lawyers
happiness
because he went to
for
Yale.
myself.
I think that's what it was. Like, it's like the complete
If
opposite
I
of
make you happy in the
KBG,
long run, then
so
that's good too.
KBJ.
Then I'm
Unreal.
happy
But
that I
yeah,
can
I
make you
mean-
happy.
KBJ.
KBJ,
I was mixing her up with Ginsburg.
KBJ. She.
Yeah,
mean,
I like to quote that
it-
movie because
she
it's
is-
funny.
I've said multiple times she's an embarrassment to the court. The fact
I'm
that she
still trying to find a
wouldn't- that
good
she-
spot to put
I mean,
some of those
everyone knows
in my
that she
videos,
knows
and
what a woman is, but she refused.
there's
to
so
say
many
because
movie
of her
codes that I can
ideology.
like hit that
is
I'm just like, damn.
that
It
was
was like,
the
I want to use
most,
certain ones, but it's like, man, this one fits better.
Thing that I think I've seen any Supreme Court justice do when they were being
You're
interviewed.
talking about Ketanji.
Yeah, Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Okay. Here's what it was.
Oh Lord.
Amy Coney Barrett said, quote, "We will not dwell on Justice Jackson's argument, which is at odds with more than 2 centuries worth of precedent, not to mention the Constitution itself. We observe only this. Justice Jackson decries an imperial executive while embracing an imperial judiciary."
Yeah.
She was arguing that Trump can't do these things, so we have to do them by decree.
Unreal.
And everybody on the court, literally everyone, even the liberals were like,
What?
crazy.
Yeah, they were. Sotomayor was literally like, "What are you talking about?"
I do. I like pressing on the buttons. Or
You know
like
what?
if
Her
we go
opinion
like car
is the
shopping
most
and we're
aligned
looking at
with
new
the
cars,
Westworld
you know, and we go in the car, I'm just like,
No,
poke,
we're in the now.
poke,
Yeah.
Yeah.
poke.
talking about
like
now.
just
She
pressing on the
doesn't have-
buttons.
that she has.
By any
Or
means
if we're like
necessary.
in the
Exactly. Her
store,
opinion is
especially around the
specifically
holidays, you know
whatever
how
the
they always have like the
left believes right now.
dancing
You
little
can
toys that make
guarantee
music. I'm
what
like,
her
poke,
opinion's gonna be,
poke,
what she's gonna
poke,
say,
and they're all
where she's
going
gonna
off,
come
and we're
down
just
every
walking
single
by.
day. You know, one of the frustrations that people
Like, I
are
don't
gonna
know.
have
I
with
can't help
people
it.
like Coney Barrett and
Like I'm a little kid
Kavanaugh
at
and stuff
heart,
is
you know.
sometimes you're not really sure. Like there's actually a possibility that they will see things differently, and they'll.
Now, I
Have,
wonder
they'll come down
if
and vote in a way
because
that
of
the
the auto
conservatives don't
pen,
like. Yeah, it happens.
I
all
wonder
the
if they
time.
can
But that's
remove
because
Ketanji
they're
Brown.
You're my
actually
friend,
judges.
too.
They're actually like they may.
Yeah,
come
you
down
see
on-
me
they
at
may come down on
Christmas,
things
man.
in
I'm
a way
just
the
like
right
pressing
doesn't
every
like.
little
But
button
they're
to make
they
everything
come
go
down
off.
in a way where they've actually thought about it and they make it at least a decent argument. Hold on a second. And the point that I'm making is, you know, like Sotomayor and definitely Ketanji Brown Jackson, there's no question. There's no thought
question.
process. There's no thought process. They're not listening to any of the arguments in front of them being made and thinking about this. They're
Well,
just
we
like,
know
okay,
Ketanji Brown, she uses ChatGPT
question
to
before the
make
court.
all her
I know before any arguments are made,
dissidents.
I know exactly what I'm going to say long before the arguments start.
Well, and Katanji, like literally, this was recently. It was like in a Broadway play. Like she's
Yeah.
clearly being swayed by activists.
She was at the
Guys,
Grammys.
it's really simple if you
You're
want to
my
zoom out
friend,
what it
too.
is. Republicans think they're having an argument with their roommate,
Yeah.
but it's actually a demon wearing the
I
roommate's skin
think
suit.
there's always
They're
a
sitting there
right
being
time
like,
and
the
moment.
purpose of our
Sometimes I
institutions
don't.
is to have democracy.
Not
where
gonna
we
lie,
converse among our
I'm not
fellow
very good at
citizens.
picking those
And then they're
moments
looking at the
because I'm a
the guy
person
from Men in
that's
Black and the
always
Edgar
trying to be
Super, like,
happy
right.
and
Yeah, I
like
have a
always
good
looking at the
idea
bright
about
side
how to
of
run the
things.
country. Let's
I'm
let
that annoying
everybody
person that
in at
tells
once.
you
And
the
they're
silver
like,
lining
well,
for everything,
that's
even
an
in bad
argument I disagree
situations.
with, but I win anyway. And then they open the borders.
Like one time
and
we
your
were
country's gone.
driving
Yeah.
and
Yeah, John Doyle
I
was
had
just
made a
pointing
left
to
all of a
Such a great
sudden
point,
where I
because
normally
literally
don't.
we're gonna
Like
be,
I had an
facing the
instinct
wall,
to
they're
tell
gonna have,
me
like, rifles
to
at our
turn left
backs,
now.
and then the conservatives are gonna
And
turn to each other
all
and
of a
they
sudden
can be
I
like,
heard
"Could you
some
imagine
like
if
bullets
we were
ring
the
out
ones
and
who
then
win
there
the
was like
race?"
a chip in my windshield.
That's
It was
so
crazy.
true.
And so
Before we
my
go
dude was
to
more
our,
like,
Rumble
"Oh my
rants
God,
and,
we're gonna have to
chats,
pay for a
I
new
wanna
windshield."
play,
And I was
this
like,
video of
"Well, at
Donald
least I
Trump, if he was
turned, and
born
you
in other
know,
countries.
nothing happened to me, so that's a good thing." Like I'm
Here's
just that
Trump's-
person that always
I don't.
is
I
just
don't know what song it is.
positive,
I don't wanna
probably
get
stupid
copyrighted.
positive.
Dmitry Trumov from Russia.
It looks like
Donald Trump.
the AG thing is over. Not much there.
Donaldo Trumpes, Mexico.
See if we can pass something else.
Donaldo Trombi, Italy.
Italia.
Dominique Trumpu, France.
The new
What do we have here?
Very
Donald
German.
Trump from
He already
Germany.
has a really German name, like
Right? Let Donald long take too long. China.
The China one's funny.
Let's go.
Iran. What's next? We've got Brazil. Donaldo Trump. What's next? wait, what does it say? Donarudo Turampu.
It's like, what did you think Don Road Doctrine looked like? This is what it is. We just install Donald Trumps in every country.
Donaldo Trumpezi from Argentina. Nah, German name works there too.
Yeah, low key.
You're my
Donat
friend, too.
Trumpoglu.
At this point, that's a German name.
Donald Okorampa. Why would someone make this? Sir Donald Trumpton.
This is what Don Road Doctrine is going to look like. We just install Trump clones in all these countries. It's gonna
Just
be beautiful.
ethnic Trump clones.
Anybody have a favorite there?
I like the English one.
I like the Japanese one because there's a secret to learning Japanese that people need to know, and I can help you understand. I'm going to teach you a bunch of Japanese words right away, very easily. Japanese people don't make up new words for the most part for new things. So, for instance, how do you say ice cream in Japanese? Aisukurimu. You just say it with a Japanese accent.
Love that.
And like computer is like computer.
That's my favorite thing is the European
think
immigrants
that's how
coming
it
to
is
America and
in,
getting
like,
cut off from
Spanish,
their motherland, so
too.
they had to come up
Like,
with new words to describe. like,
when I was
the animals
talking
that
to you
we have
guys
here.
last time
My
about
favorite one is,
like
Texas
how
German, 'cause they'd
Latins have
never
different
seen, like, a skunk
dialects.
like we had it, so they just called it a stinker cat. It's like
Puerto
a stinker
Ricans
cat.
say Wawa for bus,
I want to give this one to my
And
anime friends out there.
as
all
to
the
what Tim's
geeks.
saying, like
So,
for
I'm
Mexican
sure you
Spanish,
guys are
we just say
familiar with
autobus.
Naruto.
Like that don't even make
Because of the
sense.
Naruto running,
Like
people were doing where
you're
their
like
arms
saying
out like
auto,
they were
bus,
developmentally disabled.
autobus.
So after
But
Naruto,
in other like
the full
dialects,
series
you have
ended, they created a
tranvía.
new spinoff, which
It's
is still
like-
effectively the same show, but it follows his kid Boruto.
Like there's some languages like
And,
words that you're just
so
like
I'm a big Naruto
yeah,
fan. I read
doesn't
every manga when it was
click.
coming out up until its completion, and I've never really cared for Boruto. And I always just thought, like, Naruto sounds like a Japanese thing. Like if you go to a Japanese restaurant,
Yeah,
there's, like, Naruto
definitely.
roll in boxes or something. It must be something, I guess. And then I was like, Boruto? What a stupid word. What does that even mean? And then someone pointed out it's literally just bolt, like lightning bolt, but with a Japanese accent. Boruto. And I was like, oh
You're
my
my friend,
God.
I feel like that's a little Korean racism coming through.
I'm allowed to
yeah,
be.
some of
because
them
I'm also
definitely are
Japanese.
crazy. I
Right. Playing
would
both
want to
sides.
learn other languages,
right.
but I'm
That's right.
using
Yeah,
Duolingo
I'm allowed to.
to learn Russian,
Italian
and I
Trump.
think
Come on.
What's the other
Everyone wants
one?
to say the black guy was the
they're
best
in
one.
Russian,
Nigerian
Italian,
Trump.
Yeah.
and I think
All
Japanese.
right, everybody. We're going to go to
Just
your
for
Rumble
fun.
rants and super chats. Before we do, make sure you go to castbrew.com and pick up some delicious Cast Brew coffee. Now, everybody's favorite is Appalachian Nights. Somehow, I just accidentally stumbled upon a
You're my friend.
So on the top left, we have, I guess, during the day, what was going off. 10 standoff unfolds as demonstrators face off with ICE in Minneapolis. Korean racism. I just like to learn.
Our city. We need to come take a stand.
I don't know why, but I do. That's why my sister used to always tell me that I should become a professional student since I love to learn, which is probably why I have so many different skill sets, because I'm just constantly learning. Now, if there's an apocalypse, aside from y'all beeping me, I could probably be able to hold my own because I know a lot of stuff. I'd probably be up there with like not prepper, like I'm nowhere like crazy farmer, homesteader, prepper like skill set. I'm probably like almost there because I'm currently homesteading, so I'm getting there. So I'm not yet to those other levels, but I'm hoping to be one day. Yes, we have to leer together. I have to go to the Leering Center to get my certificate. I'm totally gonna buy that shirt from Nick Shirley just so I can have it because it's freaking hilarious. Yeah, I should design something similar just for funsies. That's a pretty tame night. Which I'm always surprised when it's pretty calm, but I guess you could say it's the calm before the storm, maybe. Because we are going to be heading into the weekend soon. The weather is getting warmer, which means more crazies come out to play.
A lot about him. He's just been here causing trouble, I know, for the past few days or last week. Yeah, he's been out there at the Whipple building, just kind of instigating, you know, and getting everybody riled up, you know. I mean, they're the only ones escalating. We're here just being peaceful.
So funny how they think everybody else is escalating, but it's literally them. I'm just telling you guys, man, I totally want to go on the ground just for ish and giggles.
He's occupying our city. We need to come.
See how many people I could annoy.
People who are privileged enough to be out here without fear of being detained to be out here.
You're my friend too.
Oh snap, that sucks. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of new at it. Like, I have chickens and I have ducks, and we're gonna be moving to like a ranch, and so I'll be able to now have like goats and donkeys and turkeys. I'm like upping my game, and I'm learning about being able to be a little more off the grid. Not completely, because obviously you can never be, especially in today's society. But definitely learning how to, you know, harness like my own solar. I do garden and I do grow things. Learning how to like make jams. I learned how to make pickles, which was crazy. But definitely learning how to do all these different skill sets will definitely help me 100%. And it helps when you learn how to save things properly, because then later on you could barter stuff. So definitely being smart about it. That's one thing when we were watching The Walking Dead, you know, I definitely was like, man, people need to invest in certain stuff like, you know, feminine products and like just normal medication stuff. Like, people don't ever go, like when you watch apocalypse movies, they never go for that stuff. And it's like later on you could kind of barter that stuff, you know? But yeah, it's interesting to learn all these different skill sets, and have like an encyclopedia of books of different plants that you can use. I also want to learn how to have my own like honey farm kind of thing too. So it's like I'm all over the place, but it's definitely a lot of different things I'm trying to learn to be able to be really, really off the grid.
getting everybody riled up, you know.
But yeah,
I
that's
mean, they're the
crazy
only
that
ones
they were doing
escalating.
that to
We're here
you.
just
Like
being
that
peaceful.
really sucks, especially when you're doing all this time and investing,
Hey,
and
look at him
you know,
flinch.
because you're not only
Hey,
investing your own time but money. It's like that's crazy. I also tell people like when we do go to like our local tractor supply and people ask me advice about like animals, I was originally told chickens are the best to get first, yeah, because they're the easiest. And yeah, they are pretty easy, but there's so much work to them. There's like so much maintenance. Like you have to keep their stuff clean, and then you got to watch for like bumblefoot and other like poultry diseases, and you know, incel fighting, and it's just so much craziness with chickens. And anything could happen to them. Like we didn't know. I accidentally murked one of my chickens, not on purpose, but because we were over, I guess, indulging them. We gave them like a bunch of treats. And apparently my chicken died from obesity,
I'm not here protesting
which my
fascism.
doctor's like, I didn't even know that was a thing, but now we know.
All of them.
And I felt so
All of them
bad, but
that
hey, she lived a good, happy life. Like that girl went out
women
the
and
way she
people of
loved
color for
to
the
go out.
vote.
But yeah, you know, chickens are very fragile compared to ducks. Like ducks, we really didn't need to do anything as long as they had food and water. We didn't even have to bother with them. They were so Gucci. We introduced, because we originally got 2 ducks, and then we got 2 more ducks, and we introduced the newer ducks to them. They got along beautifully. There was no fighting, no nothing. Like they were dope, you know. We didn't have any like medical issues with them, so it was like interesting, you know, to see the difference between ducks and chickens. Like if we introduced like new chickens to the flock, we had to do it in stages because then they would just be like crazy, like freaking boxing, like it's like a UFC match with them. So yeah, it's crazy. So I always say ducks are easier. But I could be wrong. It could just be a me thing, you know?
You're my friend too.
Know a lot about him. He's just been here causing trouble, I know, for the past 2 days
Wow,
or last
that's
week.
crazy.
Yeah, he's been out there at the
Yeah,
Whipple
I
building, just
learned
kind of
so fast
instigating, you
not to
know,
deal
and
with like fam like
getting
that
everybody riled up, you
because
know. I mean,
like
they're the only
even
ones
though you're a good
escalating.
person
We're
and
here just
you would always do the
being
right thing,
peaceful.
doesn't mean everybody's like that. So it's like I had
hey, look
something
at him
similar happen
flinch.
to me
Hey,
where like
he flinched.
I was paying off like putting money into an account for like a mortgage, and my parental unit had an attachment to my account because it was under her name, and she didn't tell me that she pulled out the mortgage I was paying to pay for something else. And so I'm over here thinking we're good, like all the bills are paid, and apparently not. I was behind like 3 or 4 months, and I'm like, there's no way I could come up with that much money to repay them. And it's like, well, if you would have told me you were doing this, I could have threw extra in. So instead, I just got screwed. So I was just like, you know what, I'm good, I'm out. Yep, that's basically all you could do is live and learn, and now you know for next time. So that's kind of how I play it now. Like you can't, just because you're a good person and you hold those values doesn't mean everybody does, you know? And that's the part that sucks, because you want to have faith in people, you want to trust them, but it doesn't mean that's going to be that way. And I know some people will be like, well, you're so naive to think that way, but it's like you want to be to think good thoughts, you know?
All of them that blame immigrants and women and people of color for the assault.
It is.
You're my friend too.
It was like about like maybe $6,000 or $7,000 I had to try and come up with, which there was no way. So I was just like, deuces. That's not my problem. I did what I was supposed to. That's all you. Like it sucks, but live and learn, like you said.
You're my friend too.
Yep. What you gotta do, man. Like, you gotta kind of look out for yourself because ain't nobody gonna look out for you, you know? I think that's the one thing, like, some people have told me, like, You know, my mom used to be like, you came into this world by yourself. You're going to end up leaving this earth by yourself. And I don't think that's fully true because, you know, there could be times where you're in an accident with the person you're with, but that's neither here nor there. You know, but I understand her sentiment. It's like you basically have to count on yourself, you know? So it's like, I get it. But I'm still, like, I guess a little naive because I still have faith in people. But that's why I'm a person my head's always in the clouds, and that's why I always need a person who's around me that's more realistic to kind of keep me grounded. So you have to have that yin and the yang.
ICE is occupying our city. We need to come take a stand. People who are privileged enough to be out here without fear of being detained should be out here fighting the law.
Bro, do you need a Band-Aid? Hey, no, seriously? This guy needs medical
Wow,
help.
that guy
He
crashed.
needs medical help. I'm out here protesting fascism and Nazis all around. Jake Lang, the Charlie Kirk, all of them that blame immigrants and women and people of color for their faults.
You're my friend too.
What's up with Tommy and them?
Re-education camps.
Yep, I've been told I need to be sent to one.
Yep, there's no concentration camps in America right now. But if they get back into
Yeah.
power, they truly do believe that we should be put into re-education camps.
See,
like that is just.
It's not that I'm scared of
Yeah,
them winning the election.
that's the crazy part.
I'm scared of what's
So,
going to happen when they
it's
try to
just
do
kind
that to
of
us, 'cause I'm
getting
a-
that balance,
I'm a
and it sucks
Jew,
because you
and
do
I'm
want to have
not
trusted
going to no
people,
fucking
but
jail, bro.
you know,
Wait, turn your head.
it sucks that you can't
Oh,
always
that's fucked up.
have full trust. You know,
It's right there.
but it is what it is.
My
So
wallet
I like
is
your line, Heavy
120
Hook, of live and learn,
73
because I feel
$1
like
bills.
that's
a
basically what
Jew
you have
Was
to
that
do.
promised to you 2,000 years ago?
Yeah.
If not, then you're doomed to repeat it.
That's called a Jewish bankroll. Is
I fucking
is,
love
is
you,
a bunch
bro.
of hundreds and. Hey, look, in wrestling, my finisher was called the crucifixion. I don't give a fuck what you say. It was. Okay, so what happened to Tommy is 1,000% unconstitutional. The police are just as guilty. They can say no to
You're my
tyrannical,
friend, too.
unconstitutional orders, but don't. Yeah, their hands are tied, though. I mean, it's not the police department making that decision. It's the people who run the police department.
Government officials.
It's the government.
The PA and the mayor and CODIS.
Yep.
They're telling them to stand
Okay.
down and just allow it to happen.
Hey, McGinnis, this is our Australian.
McGinnis, we
friend.
love you, bro.
Look at these Patriots
I am
love
Team
from Australia.
McGinnis.
And love for Tommy's puppy. Plenty of international support for you boys. Hell yeah. I'm gonna set up that P.O. box because this
I love you, bro.
he wants to send me out from Australia a box of shit. I don't want it. I want it bad.
Yeah.
That's what I think that you should do, Tommy. Set up a hot. Hey, look, I have an idea for you, Tommy.
Yeah.
Set up a P.O. box. Let it collect all month long, and once a month you do an unboxing stream.
Yeah,
On
that'd
your
be dope.
channel, that would
You're
be dope
my
as shit.
friend.
Call out to people, that would be dope.
It
as shit.
sounds like it.
I will watch it.
Yeah, I
Gotta
would
be
too.
careful
Yeah, that'd
opening
be
those
fun.
random packages.
Well, okay.
Right.
Well, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, I
And you
noticed,
have to take a
like,
Sharpie
when I started
beforehand with
getting
all the
into this,
addresses and
because like I
stuff.
told you guys before,
Get an
I
EMF
started,
detector and run
you
it over
know,
the box.
working from home,
That's-
and
I didn't even
then
think about
stuff would
them
autoplay, and
sending
it
you
slowly started filtering
like
it
a
to
glitter
more and
bomb,
more
a
right
glitter
wing stuff.
thing.
Bomb or
Right,
something
right.
stupid, you know?
But I started finding
Oh, I
more and
didn't
more
even think
people,
about
and
that.
then once I got into the space itself,
I
it's
didn't
like
think about that.
all of you guys
That
are
would
just
be
opening
fun.
my
Hey, but that
eyes
would be
to
a good.
more
hey,
and more
honestly,
people,
if you
which is
opened the glitter
awesome.
bomb,
It's
that fucking
definitely
video would make you
helping
enough
me
money to
gain
clean
a
that
better
shit up.
understanding of what's going
Yeah,
on in the
for real,
world.
That would be a good video.
It would be a good video.
Yeah.
So let me see.
Much
Tommy
love and
cannot hold
appreciation
on
to you,
packages.
Heavy
Have you
Hook.
seen them when there's a squirrel? Hey,
Yeah,
I
it's
do got
funny.
ADHD big time, and I like squirrels.
I will
Tommy
say,
likes squirrels.
I will say every time you jump on that one wheel, I feel like if I got on there, call the ambulance right now because
My wife
I'm
did.
going
I call
down.
kids every time.
Because I'm like, if you hit a rock, it's fucking over. What the fuck?
No, that's a big ass tire. I could go up a curb on it.
Dang.
Literally up the curb.
I've seen you.
like
That's
a
right.
square curb.
I could go. I could probably go through the
got
curb.
shocks.
I could go
It's got
through.
shocks, so you just lift up on your feet a little bit. It'll go right up the
You're
curb.
my friend too.
Oh,
Shout
really?
out to Raw
That's cool.
Tactics. Yeah, Josh flies around
Yeah.
the ice
Yeah,
facility
I'll
with
soon
that
be
one
a
wheel.
Texan
That thing
too.
goes 60 fucking miles an hour, bro.
Is
But
it
then
like
again, I
freeway
believe that's
speed?
where
Can
my
you
people
drive?
originated.
I mean, it goes
My
as
mom
fast as you
had
need to go on a
my
freeway.
great grandmother,
I
But is it
wouldn't ride it on
my
a
legal?
great
freeway.
great
Can
grandma
you?
had told me
No, I
that
doubt it.
we
No.
were
It's a gray
descendants
line. It's a
of
gray line because there's not
Apaches.
really any
So
laws for that thing
I
yet.
mean,
Is there any
You
sort of
the
special
homeland is
license? Like, do
calling,
you
I
have to
guess.
like
know?
you
Nope.
just there? You don't have to get like a
None of that shit.
motorcycle class, whatever
Nope.
C or whatever it is.
Nope.
Like I
Not
wanted to
classy. What is
do
it?
the
I don't know what it is because I
23andMe
don't do
or
motorcycles.
Ancestry,
Motorcycle
but
endorsement. I don't
it's
know.
like I'm
But
nervous
no,
about them
You're
having
my
my
you don't have to
DNA.
have none of that. It's
Tinkerton.
like one of those. It's the same
Oh,
thing as like one of those
nice.
Sur-on dirt bikes. Like they don't have
Yeah, I definitely
registration
try to
because
help out Arturo
they're
and
like 50 cc's or they're
when
like
I start
whatever. They're
following
not
like all
fast
these
enough.
different guys, I try to go in there
It's like a gray
and drop a
line
chat
because they haven't
or
made laws
drop some
about them yet.
funds
That's
to
why they
help
get
them
away
out.
with riding them all through the
Um,
streets out here still.
it's one of those
So
things like you
Barry
pay it
wants to
forward,
know, Shane, who
and then
benefits from
eventually I
your
know people will
super
pay it
chats?
forward to me. So it's no rush, you know.
What?
Like I'm
Shane,
happy doing
we
this.
know, but tell people who benefit. Is there a question
It's
of where
crazy
the money?
because it's kind
Is
of
it
like
that
a
why are so
calling.
many people?
Oh.
Why are
Like
there?
I
Donates a
kind
lot
of
of
am
shit
like
to
you,
people.
where
Oh, okay,
I
that's what he
started
means.
helping
Oh,
out
okay.
other
Donate.
people, and then
Okay.
I just started to do
Barry,
it for
Well,
myself
use
at that point.
ChatGPT to rewrite the
But I
question.
still kind of spread the
So
You love
the knowledge wealth.
I do. I fucking love that shit.
no, I got
Like
this.
that's the only way our side's
So
gonna win.
there's a
Ben Dykes
specific
is in
family.
the chat. Travis Lube
Um,
Fund. That's fucking funny. Sorry, go ahead.
Hold on.
I missed
As
it.
for
Wait,
Ben,
hold on. What
as
now?
for Ben Dykes.
You're
Ben
my
Dykes
friend
is in the
too.
chat.
Oh,
He's
nice.
$5. Thank you, Mr. Dykes. We love.
Okay.
Hey, if you're not, guys,
Thank you, sir.
if you're not following the Ben Dykes show, this is seriously. That is my brand new go-to 6:30 in the morning cup of coffee show.
Yeah.
If you watch him, he got a gold microphone. He takes calls. If you watch him for 5 minutes, you're gonna be like, well, "This guy's
It's
Rush
gold-plated.
Limbaugh."
It's not just gold painted. It's gold plated.
Yeah. He was gifted to him by. He
Sick-ass microphone.
look. Aside from all of his jokes and Flushing stuff, he gets guitars and homes for veterans. He does such a good charitable thing. He's got a whole organization where they're building basically essentially a community for homeless veterans that they can just move into. It's going to be ready soon. He was talking about it on this morning show.
He
So
does a lot.
if you're not following him,
he has a
please. I know I
farm.
probably got that
That's
wrong,
cool.
but we're gonna have
Definitely
Mr.
gonna
Dykes
start
if he would join
following
us on the show
most of these
at some
people.
point
Like
on
I
Tuesday,
started
and he can tell us
following
all
like
about it,
the
'cause
people
I
you're
know I'm screwing up the
recommending,
details.
so it definitely helps a
He
lot.
runs a farm and has a full-time job and all that shit.
Hell
He's
yeah.
a busy dude and he does a lot.
And it's just
Calls out a lot of shit.
the Ben Dykes show, and then it's Savior Patriot, I think on X, or Savior Patriot or something like that.
Sailor Vet. Sailor
Oh,
Yeah,
Vet.
Sailor Vet. Okay.
Sailor
Yeah,
Vet.
I love that. Love that show. That's
Oh, yeah.
Travis went on there, right?
Oh, so fun
Travis.
fun
Oh,
fact.
yeah,
Oh,
Golden.
yeah.
Hey, Mr. Dykes, do you want a link to come tell us about your experience with Mr. Travis? You don't have to, but if you want to, you can.
You're my friend
Because
too.
so
That's
the
cool.
story was I
I
was
should do that.
listening and Travis came on and ran Ben down for no reason at all, threatened him, and then mysteriously enough, 30 minutes later, and
Like I started
know it
doing
was
that.
30 minutes
I followed like
because
certain people
Travis's
in
brother
Tim Pool's
went into a
Discord, and that's
space
how
with
I
Pam and
started.
was talking about
Was
the
through
details.
Discord
30
through
minutes
his
after
group
he was on
chat,
Ben's
and
show,
there was a
knock,
couple
knock,
of people in there that was helping
and
me
they don't. It's not like
to
a
set all
movie.
this up
knock. It was
and
boom,
like all the
boom,
do's and don'ts
boom.
because
I was trying to be nice.
apparently they said that
Nice.
because you know your girl's an Apple fan, they were saying that's the worst thing to have
Please feed
to
us.
try and create this environment. So
What
they
do you
said
think
I
this
need to
is?
go,
Wash your fucking hands.
unfortunately, Windows and give up my
Watch your
Apple.
hands, Tommy.
But they definitely helped me out a lot. And then from there, I kind of
So-
just
Oh wait,
growing
Harley,
it out and
stay on track.
started
here.
looking
We
at
wanna
different
hear
people's
from
channels
Shane.
and seeing how they
He was
do.
asked the question.
Our server just came out of nowhere. Like,
Shane,
I don't think I was
you know,
following
we
anybody
already
specific, and
got that
his was just
question.
recommended to me,
I don't
and
think I missed
I
it,
just started
but
watching it, and I
think we're
just
good.
kept
Talking about
like
the
laughing my
benefit
butt off
Oh,
at
yeah.
all the stuff he would say
So I
and
do have
do.
a family that my sister
So he was
knows,
one definitely we would watch
and
all
their
the
son
time.
has cancer. He has a
Yeah, Smith City as well.
it's like a
I think that one I
younger
found on my
couple,
own.
and they have 3 kids. It's 2 boys and 1 girl, and one of the boys has cancer. He goes in for chemo and things like
Like I
that
was
every
watching
week.
stuff like
And
There's I think
before I
it was
linked
doing
up with
Freedom News
them,
TV,
I had the idea to
the
also
Status
give
Coup.
back
Like I was kind
since I
of
do
starting to
work
follow all
so
these different
much.
people, Nick Shirley, Kim
The
Higby,
some of the
Extorter.
income that I make from YouTube
Yeah, it
and
was
stuff
just
like
kind of
that is
starting
just kind
to
of
spill over
extra.
into so many different
And
things,
what
and
better thing to do
my
than to
recommendations were
help
starting to get
out
more and more, I guess, right
people in
leaning because of
need
the people
or
I started
something
following.
along those lines.
But it's like
And
I
so
like
I
that a lot
decided
of
that
their
I was
takes
gonna
because
do a couple of
not all of
lives,
them,
and
as
then
much as the left
everybody
likes to
that
say that they're
donated
right
on the
leaning, not
live
all of
would
them are.
that money was
Some of
gonna
them
go
are,
towards
you know,
the
middle of the road people
family.
like Tim Pool. He's
And I
middle of the
did
road
end
because
up
I don't
finding
agree with him all the time
family when I
either.
linked up with them. I
So
found out
I like
also
listening to
that
different
he's a patriot,
people's
which
mindset and
just
see
made
what they
it that
and their
much
takes on
better.
things, and then it kind of gives me a better understanding for myself on where
So
I
I'm
fall on the spectrum.
gonna be going to the family's home, not this week, but next week. I believe it's probably gonna be Tuesday, and I'll be dropping off a couple of gift boxes, and there's gonna be over $400 in gift cards.
You're
There's
my
gonna
friend
be
too.
some Visa gift cards, and then we have some
I
restaurant
watched. I
gift
think the
cards
other
that
one
are
I
gonna be
watched was the
used.
Carter family. Those was
It's
pretty good
it's just
too.
like I mean, it's like I know there's like a lot of bigger things that people are doing, but sometimes it's just the small things. And
I
I'm a new
definitely
streamer,
appreciate all the
so
people you
I might
recommend.
not
It
make a
really
ton
does
of
help me
money,
a
but
lot.
what I am getting, I'm
I like,
using that for
especially
good. So
because I
there's
like to watch a lot of different
definitely
things
nobody
and
questions the
be
volume.
able to see people's
Yeah,
perspective.
So
And like I said,
was
I like
more
to kind of help
yeah, and I
other
think me
like
and the
creators as well.
people, the patriots in the chat, and
That whole
a
pay
lot
it
of them that
forward,
you
you
know
know?
too, they are concerned about like where the money was going as far as like who the charity was. And so I had to
You're
kind
my
of
friend too.
Yeah,
I
I think they're
broadened it out, and
funny.
then I
Like they're
narrowed it
so
down.
funny.
And I
Like
felt
at
like
first I used
if
to
I
watch Officer
actually
Tatum and the
knew
Hodge twins.
somebody that knows somebody
But they kind
that
of
needs
like
help,
they're ones I
that
watch
way I
once in a
know what I'm
while, but I
doing.
tend to gear towards more like
As
the Carter
far as like
family.
who I'm
Definitely
working
the
with
Black
before
conservative.
I
I think
put
I vibe with
any
him
time
really
and
well
money
because I
into
think
it.
he's funny.
So
Archer was
it ended
definitely
up working
funny.
out because I put
I
the
like
word
watching
out
Tim
there,
Pool.
and my
He'd
sister
be having
immediately
really good guests. There's times where
kind of knew
some of
where
the
to
world
go with
people he
it
have on there, I
because
just want to turn off
she
the TV.
works with families.
But
And
yeah, he'd be having good people
so
too.
she
So,
was able
and then I
to
started watching
help
like
me out
Tommy
with
and all these
that.
other
And
people.
so
So
I'm really
like my
grateful for
spectrum, like I
that
said,
because
is
she did
growing and
some of the
growing.
legwork there.
And so some
So
people
now
are
we have
falling
a
off. Some
wonderful
people kind of
patriot
just
family
get to stay on my
that
radar. Like
gets
Steven Crowder, I like
donations.
his stuff.
And
He's
I
hilarious too. He's
just
another funny
feel
one.
like
Salty
a
Cracker.
young family like that struggling with their son having cancer. Um, I can't even
You're my
imagine.
friend
So
too.
it just felt right. It all just felt
Yeah,
right.
right.
And they're Christians, and it just, I mean, it just fell into place like that, and it was great.
Now, do
And so
you
I will be doing.
moderate for all these people
I'm going to
or
be
just
speaking
for
to them a
like
little
certain
bit
people?
more, the family, because I don't want to intrude on like their own personal privacy, and also I don't want to mess up like what if somebody like found information out about their family and decided to target them.
Yeah.
That's something that I worry about too. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to like, you know, record some of it. Maybe not all the interaction, but maybe some like of just stuff going there. I'm still trying to figure that part out. I don't want to get them too involved because you guys know very well that they will dox people. And so I'll figure that part out. We'll probably do a little bit of video and stuff like that, and maybe if I can just keep it like more incognito, make sure there's no way for them to tell where I'm going and things like that. But the good part about it is that the charity is still going, and I'll be, after I do all that with that first family, I think I'm going to move on to another family and try to help them too. So it'll be someone different, not somebody that my sister knows, but maybe we can find somebody else. It could be out of state, something like that. But I'd like to continue that. We'll keep going with that, one family at a time.
That's all awesome, man.
Yeah,
I love
amazing.
that.
I put in $200 of my own money, and then also a lot of the super chats and stuff like that. So I think it came out to like I want to say like $800 or something like that in total. So
That's what I'm saying. You think the left would do that for each other? The fuck.
Oh
no.
yeah, that's
Fuck
the thing. Like,
no.
and I don't even know this family. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like I'm
Now, you guys looking
reaching
forward
out,
to
and
the
then it
Avengers
just so happened to
Doomsday?
like work
Because
out
I'm
really
kind of on the
well.
fence still about that. I know they're trying to go back to
So I
formula,
thought,
but
well, if that can
I
happen,
don't
we
know.
can
I
do it
feel like they
again.
did me dirty
So
with
Was the
the
same thing
whole
with it's the same thing with Dean Teeter.
MCU.
I knew him for a couple weeks only, and then we got him a whole PC set up with a professional everything. He was running an X Space off a 10-year-old tablet.
Yeah, like you said, I don't think the left does
Okay.
stuff like
Interesting.
that. Like
Interesting.
the Patriots, they're a family like no other, and it's good to have that, because I have a very small family of my own.
Me too.
Like I don't have a lot of people here. So like what happened with Tommy, like I said earlier about like connecting with Tommy, it just like that was it. Like, and he's the perfect person to be the first person to run into. So it was and Tommy probably remembers like when we first met, you like he just comes out and hugs me like because he
I
know
heard
what you
some stuff
did, you
popped off
actually
in
asked me the
Mardi
question, and we
Gras.
all know what
Some
that question
crazy-ish.
is.
I think there was like a gunfire or something like that happened in Mardi Gras.
You said that trans women are men. I said yeah, hell yeah. And he was like, "Come here, man. Come here, brother." Like, gives me a hug and stuff.
Nice.
And then that was it from then on.
Very cool.
So,
Hell yeah.
We knew you were based from that moment.
Do you like
That simple
go live on
question-
there, or
that
do you
simple
do like
question
this
will
on there?
weed out anybody that's not based.
Yep.
That simple question.
You can see
will
it on
weed
their
out
face.
anybody that-
that's the one question. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the only one you have to ask,
Yeah,
and you'll know.
Or like Matt Walsh says, what is a woman?
Right.
You know?
So let me read some of this. Dirt Cheap says, Vance, nope. Watch Marco Rubio's speech from Munich Security Conference yesterday. He's got my vote. Marco did a good job on that speech.
Marco Rubio for president.
Slick and Wicked. Fuck cancer. I'm a recent survivor of 5 months. Shane, no matter if it's $5 or 500, it makes a difference in the fight.
Well, you have
Thank
some
you.
really good takes.
Yeah,
You
thank
should
My
you should
mom's
try
a
it.
cancer survivor.
Or are you someone
man,
that just likes to be
that
behind the
just-
scenes?
It just everything about it felt right. So
that is,
and it's gonna bring joy to that family
Hell
with the gifts and the money and all that. Like
no, it's
just
very generous of
just have a good time with it. Take the money, the vouchers. Go out to eat. Just have a really good time with your family
sometimes you'd be surprised on how like one little nice evening with your family will totally change your mindset. Danny, you're coming.
Especially when it's not coming out of your financials, when you have to pay so much for your child that has cancer. So,
Danny, do you how long has it been since I don't even know, how long have you been on like our side? I hate to say it like that, but our side.
I want to say strongly right since 2020. Like I said, after dealing with Antifa.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was silent about it for the most part. Just kind of following the right and watching all the videos, watching Ben Shapiro back in the day, watching Candace even, that was actually the motivating factor.
I used
to watch Candace. I saw a clip about it, and I was just like, man, that's something crazy.
in like
And then it made me
2020,
right away think of Portland
2021.
Andy because I know
But
at first he
they're a
was
lot different now.
going up
Yeah,
there,
we
I
had
think.
friends that were going
Or I
down to
think he was
Chaz
live
and
there. I
Chop,
know he
you
ended
know,
up
when
going
all
somewhere
that was
else.
popping off.
But
And
I was just like,
I
oh
was
my
telling him,
God.
don't go down there, because then if you go down there, I'm
Like
gonna have to
that's
go down there.
like
And
horrible.
we just knew how bad it was. We knew
Like
how
he wasn't even
dangerous
trying
Antifa
to
was,
capture
especially
news.
during that time.
He was
Yep,
just trying
totally
to
different
relax.
people. I mean, totally different vibe than, you know. I mean, it's turning back into that now, though.
Yeah.
You know, slowly but surely, it's coming back.
Right.
Yep. Antifa is coming back in full force, and it's only going to get worse as we get through this administration.
Yep.
Yeah, as we get closer to the election, it's going to get crazier and crazier, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not.
I agree.
They're not
100%.
letting up. It is. It's literally getting crazier, and somebody getting murdered on live TV that was a good person like that. That doesn't stop them. If that doesn't stop people, what's next?
No, they celebrated in
You're
the
my
street.
friend
Yeah,
too.
Right.
Yeah, that's good because that would have been some craziness for him to catch
I
on
was
on screen,
totally
and
mind
you know,
blown.
even
That
himself just put himself in danger like that
you know, that
would not have been a good thing at all.
radicalized a lot of young people, a lot of people.
But yeah, when I saw
know
that,
it
it just made
opened
me think
my
of him
eyes
right away
more
because I
than
knew he
anything
was
else
going
ever
to different
has,
places. But it's
you
good
know,
that he like
and
changed his mind.
it's yeah.
Yeah, and like I followed Andy No for a long time. I have his book. I have an autographed copy of it. What they did to Andy No was just unbelievable. They tried to kill him.
Yep.
He had to flee the country.
They still try to kill Andy. No, that's
escape because he
crazy.
was so endangered.
Yep.
Okay, so Shell says this is a very thoughtful and wonderful way to help someone out. Shane, respect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Also, I wanted to just give a quick shout out
Go
to
ahead.
Viper. I don't know if you guys know Viper, but Viper, I call him Viper VIP, but he donated $400 to the family.
Oh, shout out!
Hell yeah, shout out. That's
Go.
awesome.
VIP Viper.
Doug DeHaven says, "Thank you, Shane. I did 20 years in the Army. Still to this day, I can't believe our
You're
country
my
doesn't do
friend
more for the
too.
men and women that put their lives."
Yeah,
on the line."
I briefly watched it.
That's why what Ben Dykes is doing. He
Like
can't
usually
join
when
us
people are
tonight,
partying
but
up,
Tony,
I'm
I
not
think
one of
we
those
got
people
our
that
guest for
kind
next
of
week.
sit to watch
Oh,
through
yeah,
all
that'll
of
be
that.
awesome.
Because he's doing a whole project. I heard all
But
about
like
it
I
on his
just
show.
briefly watched
He
it,
sent me
and
some
I was just like,
information.
oh,
He's
it looks
probably
like
still
he's having a
listening
good
now.
time, and then I
We're
kind of just
going
went to
to
something else
plug
to
the
watch.
hell out of that.
Because I'm
I
always
might
trying
even-
to
I might
see
even go there,
what's
Tommy, for
coming
the grand
out,
opening.
like
We'll
what's
see.
breaking and stuff like that.
That
So
would be awesome.
my brain goes to like 20
So,
different
yeah,
places.
this is big
On
news.
top of
Like,
having to do homework and read other
as
stuff.
soon as we stop, like, being there for each other, we're gonna be as divided as they are.
Yeah.
They want us to end fight. That's where all the drama and all that shit. You gotta let that shit go.
I can't fuck with the drama. I don't like getting involved in the drama. I stay away from the drama. I don't pick sides in the drama. I'm a neutral, and if it's infighting drama, I don't even want to know about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see about it. I'm in this
Same.
fight for all of us to be together. This is like a family to me, you know. And I don't believe that we should be arguing with ourselves. We need to be arguing with the
It's
left.
funny because
We
they're
need to
like
be
dropping like
looking out
facts right now.
frustrations and
Like
finding new ways.
literally, I feel like that's
fight the
how
left
the right
and
needs to
win,
do
you
is
know,
like
because
the one
just
thing the
being
left
at
have
ICE
like going
isn't
for them
gonna
is
be
that they're
effective.
so
We need to be
united
at
in
all
their
these
like
protests. We need to go to the
mental
city
disorder.
halls.
You're
I
my
feel like
friend
we
too.
the right
we
needs to
need
do that.
to
We need to stay
get the
focused
Stay
and
wind
make
out
sure
of
that
themselves. We
we
need to take the
look
wind
at
out
the
of
common
themselves
goal that we're
and
trying to
show them
do.
that, hey, you
Because if we
guys
do
are not gonna win
infighting,
this
we're
fight,
doing
you
exactly
know.
what the left wants us to
Yeah,
do,
gotta
which is
stay
break apart.
focused
Because
on
once
it.
they see a
Yeah,
chink in
we
that
can't do that
armor,
if we're
they
fighting
know
with
where to
ourselves.
attack.
So
Yep.
So
miss me with the infighting
you know,
nonsense.
a lot of the people,
Ah,
Tommy
I
and
see.
guys,
Yeah.
they say like you guys need security, you need equipment, you all need all this stuff. I think that you could probably come together and parlay this into some sort of business where you could fund your own thing. Like, I have had several people reach out and want to fund and be interested in making, like, for example, Patriot Corner shirts.
Yeah.
Where you could sell it all over the country. I'll buy 3 of them. They can only like things like they can only come in red, white, and
You're
blue.
my friend too.
Like things like that where like they can get behind you and support you by buying something, and then they're gonna sell them there. You could be able to fund your own security. I know we'll get the gifts and go up, but I think that it could be way better than a one-time gifts and go thing. Like a regular thing.
Yeah.
Like,
The dude.
you guys
the dude
are
is
on
helping
to
me do that.
You guys
The
are on
dude
to
is helping
something.
me do that right now.
You really are on to something. I mean, Tommy, you're a character. Danny Rebel, you have a specific look. You're a character. You are. Ground Zero, Shane, you
Those
always go out
glasses
there.
do it. Those
Yes,
glasses
that's what I'm
do
saying.
it.
Like seriously, you guys are onto something really, really. Like if you
Yeah, I
you really
feel it.
are. You
I know
really
they're
are.
talking about like security for Tommy
I
and
know I'm
stuff.
like,
He should actually look
who the hell
into
is this guy?
Officer
I live in
Tatum's
Texas, you know, but we're all one America.
the one
And
that he
I
offers
mean,
because
I
Nick
would
Shirley
love to
does it, and
branching out. You know, we got,
that would
we got
offer him a
Midnight
lot
over
of
there,
safety
we
and
got this guy over
security.
here, we got all these people around the country.
JD Delay, we got all
JD
kinds
Delay,
of-
we got all
we're-
kinds
we
of
all
Yeah,
gotta come
there's
together
people
as
around
one.
the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all have.
I have a
role
lot
to
of
play.
people from the UK.
I think
that
I
are
turned
in
off
this,
after
Well,
a
that guy
certain
McGinnis
time.
that was just here, he lives in Australia. He's
So I didn't get
on
to
the
see
podcast.
fully see
Australia
the
too,
stuff he
yep.
was like
Australia.
popping off about or
They
what
got a
happened.
big problem in
But I know
Australia.
usually they
We've
drop
been
pretty
getting some
good like
support
truth
from
bombs.
Japan even.
I know sometimes they might
Yeah,
take it.
Also,
They
believe
might
it or
take
not,
it
but
like
the
to the left
Philippines
a little
also,
too
I
harsh.
get
But I
that
mean,
too.
Philippines are based.
I don't really
Yep.
kind of pay too much
Let's
attention.
hear
I kind of
Chris.
take it as
Has he
bluster.
always? Somebody said in the chat, has he always been on the right? How long have like what turned you?
So
Maybe
now
since
my
like
quick packs are
2020.
going to
It
be
was the whole,
returning
you know,
to
Chaz
the
Chop shit and the
to their
when
bed
the
by
COVID stuff.
draining the tub to let
That's
them
kind of
go.
what
I can't wait
changed.
to
There's a
move though
lot of
because
people.
then we
Yeah.
don't have to
Yeah,
constantly have them
dispelling
in
the anger
my
against
tub and
us
they can
for
enjoy the outside
supporting
weather
the right
instead.
and supporting our president. You know, we realized Trump was a good president. He wanted to do good for this country, and he did.
Yeah.
I like him because he's a motherfucking gangster.
Yeah.
They don't fuck with the United States. You know, they did a
Gator don't play that
He's tough.
shit.
I like a tough president.
They did a
Yeah.
they interviewed the guy from Maduro's like security force, and he said, I don't know what happened. The United States hit us with some sort of energy weapon. Our eyes and our ears started ringing. We fell to the ground.
Yeah,
Everybody
the
started
sonic weapon.
Sonic
They
weapon.
didn't
Yeah,
take a
fuck
single-
yeah, fuck around.
We
And find
didn't
out.
take a single casualty. We took out like a shit ton
That-
of his guys.
Way worse
Didn't
than
take a
that.
single
Flawless
casualty.
victory.
Came flying,
Yes.
floating in from helicopters on ropes, bro. Like G shit. You can't fuck with the American.
Yeah, I was
military.
watching
So
that.
this
That
is-
was
I don't
actually
care
caught in my
who you
live,
are. Yeah,
where
you come out the
they
American
were singing, and
military,
it
if you
sounded
come
pretty
out, our
dope.
troops
You know,
are
like
coming
I
out
was like,
here,
man,
you're
that's a
fucked,
bop.
bro.
You know.
Yeah.
You're
And
fucked,
I was
bro.
like,
Yep,
it's
facts.
good.
If
But
you
then,
taunt
like,
Donald
you know,
Trump and
sometimes
say, "Come
some
get
of
me,
these
come get me, you can't get
people,
me,"
like, you know,
we're gonna
Jake
come and
Lang's crew,
snatch you up out of
sometimes they
your
go a
bed in
little
the middle of
too
the
hard
night
for my
and
taste.
get your
But I
ass
get
to your
it, you
wife,
know,
those,
like,
those
I
animated.
mean, that's the one thing
those
about living
animated,
in America is
videos
that
on
we have the
YouTube
right
where
to
it's
freedom
like,
of speech,
you know,
and
what would happen
you don't
if
have to
this
agree or
or
like
if
what
Russia
people are
invaded,
saying,
whatever.
but they have the
It
right
was,
to
it
say
was,
it,
I
you
saw
know?
one where what would happen
And
if
it also
all the
lets you
countries in the
know
world banded
where people
together
stand,
versus
so
the
you
United
know,
States?
like, whether or not you want to
Not
stand
even
with them or
fucking
you want to
Not
just be
even
like,
Was that
deuces.
was that infographics?
Yep, I love that
Yep.
channel.
I
Yeah,
love that
I watched
channel.
that. I
They have
watched
a
that
really
too.
they have a really good one on the concentration camp, like day one of the
Infographics
concentration
is
camp.
one of my favorite
I
channels
know
to
it's a
watch.
cartoon, but it'll piss you off
They be
so
dropping
much.
I
such
like
good
the
truth
facts
bombs.
they
Oh
present
yeah.
the facts.
And I
So,
learned
Lord
so much
Franklin
because I
and
was
real life
watching
friends.
one
I'm
where
gonna
they were
answer this
talking
question,
about
and I want you
if
guys
we got hit with
tell
a
me what you
nuke,
think.
like if
My
Russia
answer
hit
is
us,
bullshit, or is there a
and it
chance
was
to have
telling
the
you
patriots
like
and Antifa
the
unite
survival
to
time
stop
and what you
capping
need
at
to
the
do,
Air
and I
Force
was like,
reports?
man,
God bless each
I
and
love
every one of you.
that. So I was
Keep
like,
fighting.
now it's in
Absolutely
here.
not. They're
Now I can
fucking
protect
clowns that
myself.
don't have reality, and they have no idea of a sense of like being. You know what I mean? Like they can't get behind anything, and they have TDS so fucking bad.
It's the TDS.
It's truth derangement syndrome. Really, it's Trump derangement syndrome. It's Tommy derangement syndrome. But it's honestly, it's truth.
Yeah.
They just make up their own
That's for
fucking
sure.
facts all the time.
Yeah, like they try to say that the boats that are getting popped out of the water coming from Venezuela are just innocent fishermen. You know,
Yeah, with 300 kilos of cocaine. It's
yeah, the alternative facts. You know, is what it's
all lies.
Oh yeah,
These
they
people are
just twist
crazy
Just
with
lie.
the
They
way
just love to lie.
they
and
like
the
to spin
mainstream
it,
media
you know?
just goes along with it.
It's ratings. They love.
they make it even worse. You know.
I think the mainstream hot take. I think the mainstream media, like Caitlin Collins and CNN, I think they fucking love Trump. Politics. When has politics ever been this
They
popular?
do only because it makes them
You know what I'm
money.
saying? Like since Trump, like I didn't vote for George Bush, didn't give a fuck. I didn't vote for Bill Clinton, didn't give a fuck. The only other person I really wanted to vote.
See what CNN's saying about the Nancy Guthrie live.
Genetic genealogists can still track them down by painstakingly mapping out their family. As the sheriff here has continued to stress that DNA is just one of the many leads investigators are chasing right now.
One is, of course, the pacemaker. We'd like to find that. And we're working with that pacemaker company and other experts in that field as we speak to explore all ways possible. We're working with Walmart management. We believe that backpack is identified as a specific backpack that Walmart exclusively handles and sells. So we're working with that management to try to isolate. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find somebody purchasing it and we'll be able to identify that person. But those things are what we do. We follow leads.
This also comes as the sheriff that you heard from there has ruled out Nancy Guthrie's family as possible suspects in her disappearance. He says authorities thoroughly investigated her children, their spouses, and told People magazine in a statement, "We talked to them, we took their phones, we took their computers, we processed their vehicles, we processed their homes," as the sheriff says that they are also victims in this case. Over the weekend, we heard from Savannah Guthrie in a heart-wrenching video as she appealed directly to the person who took her mom.
And I wanted to say to whoever has her or knows where she is that it's never too late. And you're not lost or alone. And it is never too late to do the right thing. And we are here. And we believe. And we believe in the essential goodness of every human being. And it's never too late.
That's so sad.
It's hard to hear that statement and even think about the nightmare that Savannah.
But it's like what you said,
family is living
that they at least exclude the family.
As
But
this investigation is playing out,
I mean,
they are hopeful for any
technically,
developments.
did
My
they
legal
exclude them
investigative
because,
sources are
you know,
joining me
again,
for what we do know
here's
so
the hat.
far. Former federal prosecutor Ellie Honig,
You've had
top
people
defense attorney
where
Joe
they
Jackson,
would
and also
purposely
former
like
FBI
pay
deputy
somebody to
director
do that,
Dave.
and they made sure that there wasn't a paper trail for it,
that there were
and then
no
it comes out later on
in
like,
this
oh,
FBI database,
this person did it that was in the
so
family. So
hopeful
it's like
that there would be something
it's not
to help
always
investigators
guaranteed.
here. What do you make of the fact that there weren't any?
Yeah, it's obviously not. It's not the result that anyone from the family to
Yeah.
the investigators, the general public,
Definitely
wanted.
the
In a
cops.
data set that
Either they
includes
know
identities
something
of,
or
I
they're
think,
in on
somewhere in the
it.
neighborhood of about
You
20
know,
million people.
or they're
It's already
just stupid,
provided identities to I think
incompetent.
700,000 or so samples. You know, it's still always a long
That
shot
case
when you
is
put a
such a
sample
mess.
into that system. It's not the end of the road for that piece of evidence. However, as you talked about in the intro, the kind of next level, the latest and greatest successes we've had in DNA technology have really come from that genetic genealogy approach, where you have
I
the
wonder
sample
if the
and then
DNA
you
is still
test for
like a
anyone
good
who
way to
might
go,
be a
because
relative, no
hasn't some
matter how
people
far
who
out
got
from that sample, you've
convicted with
identified
DNA
who
evidence
those
turn
people
out
are. It's an
that it
accuracy that you can
wasn't
walk back
right,
to identify
or
the suspect themselves.
something
So
happened
it
where
takes some time,
all I know is like
but it's
I
been
watched
getting
those
better and
shows
better.
where
And
they
in fact,
show that the DNA evidence that they had was just
several
like
cases. So I expect that
not
we'll all be waiting for the
accurate.
results of that.
Yeah, we have a top expert on that because I have so many questions on what exactly how that works. But Ellie, the other part of this, when this came out today, was one that didn't match anyone in the FBI database.
Honestly,
but
though,
also,
if there is
we learned that the DNA
a
from her
Kamala
phone
Harris
they
and
learned the DNA from
AOC
those
presidency,
gloves don't
the
match.
roast of them is going to be
There's
beautiful.
two different DNA samples. There's the one sample that was recovered from the home that they know is not a known person, it's not one of the family members. If you can get a match, whether through the CODIS database or through
True.
this genealogy, to that DNA
That's good to
sample
know.
from
Like
home,
it might have
then you
cleared
have your
them, but like I
That's
said,
it. The gloves.
I don't think it's 100%, so we know
because you have to
like
both
the
tie the
full facts
gloves
of it.
to the
So,
home, and then you have to tie the gloves to a specific person. If
so
you only
yeah,
tie
we
the
don't
glove to the
know.
home,
So kind
then
of
you know
up
the
in the air.
glove
I
was
can't
used in
believe
the
it's
home, but
been
you don't
going
know
on for
who.
this
And if you
long.
only tie the glove to a person, then you know that glove was owned by John Doe, but you can't put him in the home. So it's a more likely scenario that they get a hit on the DNA from the home. It really requires 2 strokes of luck to hit on the DNA from the gloves.
I mean, that was obviously the key part here that people have been looking for. I mean, the sheriff has said this isn't just the only lead that we're following, Joy, but I wonder what you make of what stands out today.
So I think it's a broad-based approach, and let's talk about that, right? It's not only the DNA, which is very significant. It's not only CODIS. CODIS, a federal database, very important database, but there are various state databases. In fact, once you commit a state offense, there are certain things that are state eligible, for which a given state will take your DNA. That state DNA may not necessarily be in CODIS, but let's talk about some broader things.
DNA in Alabama in that state database, but it's not actually in the national
Correct,
database.
right. So you have a situation where different states have laws where if you commit an offense that's DNA eligible, the state takes that DNA, and certainly for uniformity, and you want to make sure that you do your due diligence, you check the CODIS DNA, but various state databases have their own state DNA, very significant. But I think what the sheriff is talking about in terms of the broader approach.
It's also crazy
and he
that
also talked about
it
the
just
pacemaker.
right before
There
I
were
jumped
reports
on,
that
it
they
was
have a
saying that
sleeping device that they're
Reverend
putting
Justin
on drones
Jackson
that
died.
literally could
Now,
identify
honestly,
the
I was
pacemaker,
kind of
like
surprised
Bluetooth technology, what it does when it captures your device.
because I feel like I'm in a
my
Mandela because I
phone
thought
out
he
and it'll
died a
say,
long time
I'm
ago.
on Caitlin's device. I'm on Ellie's device.
Now, if y'all
And it
believe
could literally
Mandelas, let me know
identify
down in the
specific
comments. But
pacemaker
I
within a
could have
certain
sworn he
radius,
was
so they're
already
doing
like,
that. That's what he's talking about.
you
But
know?
in addition to that, they've identified, for example, he's had the gun on him, right? They're going now, that is, authorities to various gun stores to determine when there were
okay.
purchases
On
made,
the
et cetera.
yes, the
They're
DNA
doing
match for
same
the
thing
killer
with
in
the
Idaho
backpack. So I
killings.
think it's a uniform approach. You look at what they're doing, Caitlin, with respect to asking
the
people
killer.
in the neighborhood to
Interesting.
provide the surveillance data. So I think what they're doing is a very systematic, orderly approach to really go through everything.
Yeah, I think
DNA
that's
and those
why
things that are
I'm
not
also
DNA
iffy
to get
about, and I'm not saying that I'm a person who would murk people, but
that's always been of the essence. But the
I
things
think
that you,
it's
everything you just listed,
like
the
that's also
gloves,
why I
the
don't
backpack,
want
the
my
gun,
DNA to be
we
in
didn't know
any of
any
these
of that until this
databases
video locally was able
because
to
I feel like how
uncover
do you know if someone's not going to
I
use
mean,
it
just kind of speaks
to
the pace of the investigation.
kind of
Timing
like
is vital,
frame me
especially
for
in these
something,
first few
you know?
days. But as Joe
Or
said,
use me as like a Manchurian
DNA
candidate.
is
Like, no
open.
thanks, I'm
It's
good.
anything you can get if you're an investigator or prosecutor. But the vast majority of all criminal cases in history have been made without DNA evidence. And I think a good example here of a way you might
Yeah,
be able
I
to piece
think
this case
that
together,
they were saying that he
think to the pipe
recently
bomb case,
died
right? The arrest was made a few months ago. The person who planted pipe
mental.
bombs the
But
night before January 6th in D.C. outside the DNC.
I believe it's
It
all
took
over the
them
news right now
5
that he
years
just passed, and I was
essentially.
just like,
And
what
the way
the?
they made this case
Like,
is they
it's
figured out that he
crazy.
had purchased some of the
So
implements
I don't know,
at a
but
Home
with
Depot around his area.
some
And then they
theories
tracked
or
the
some
general area of
like
his phone. And
physicists
then they picked him
discussing
up on a
that
license plate
parallel
reader. So,
universes
yes,
are
DNA
a
might be
thing, and then
everyone's
I
best
believe
scenario,
in the
but you can still put this
either in
together
the
through
Epstein
hard
files
work,
or
through
something that
footwork
was
on the
released
streets.
recently.
Andy, what
They were
if they
talking
knew
about
that
time
they
travel
would
is
come
real, and I
out
was like, that
and
makes
for the sheriff
100%
to
sense.
say
That explains
this,
all the Mandelas.
none of the family is a suspect here,
Because it
none of the
has like
victims
that
here, because
butterfly
obviously
effect where
so much
maybe
has
it
been
hits some
circulated. So
people, but
there's
not everybody,
speculation,
you know?
conspiracies, and
I don't
unfounded
know.
guesses.
It's crazy.
Was it unusual for the sheriff to go out that, in your view?
It's a little unusual, but I think under the circumstances,
It's
it was definitely
definitely a
called for.
slow
The
night,
family, I
guys.
think, has been just,
Nobody's
persecuted
protesting.
by
I've
this
been kind of
onslaught
searching.
of
I think
social
some of these
media
leftists don't like to come
generated,
out when they know like Tommy
speculation,
and all these other people
just
are not coming
based
out
on
because then they don't have
nothing.
anybody to really argue with.
And that's got to wear the family
Even though they
down.
say
The
that,
sheriff
oh,
needs
we're
that
coming out
family
here
to be
because, you know,
built
the
up, to be
chuds and, you know,
engaged, to
the
be
MAGA don't want to come
cooperating at a
out
high
because
level.
they're
They
scared. And it's
also
like,
want to maintain
okay.
a high level of trust between the investigative team and the family. So
Yeah, I'm
stepping
still going
forward and
through it.
doing
Like,
something to protect
it's
the
so
family and clear
much.
their name, I
Like,
think is good on
and
all
it's
those
crazy
fronts.
because
The place
a
where
lot
I
of
get
stuff is
kind of
redacted. So you're
concerned,
just
Caitlin,
like,
is
black,
we have
black,
really not
black.
seen any sort of a joint press release, joint press opportunity from the leadership over the investigative team. Now, of course, you don't want investigators doing that. They have more important work to do to try to figure this case out. But I don't really understand why we haven't seen the leadership of the sheriff's office and the leadership of the FBI speaking together with one voice and answering some of these questions. And there are things that they could be sharing with us right now. We know from other
100%.
interviews we've seen today that they have gone out to gun shops, for instance, and asked questions of gun shop owners
Well,
about
guys,
the
since
holster
it's
that
like
appears in the
a
video.
super
Once
slow
you start
night, I
doing
think I'm gonna
things
probably
like
call
that,
it a
that's
night
no
for you
longer a
guys.
secret investigative lead.
I think that's
You're sharing
enough
it with members
of
of the public
like
in these gun
me
shops. They're now
that
being
you guys
interviewed
need
by
to
the press.
see.
So instead of just doing it with those people,
Because
why
it's
not
pretty
get out
pretty
and
like
make a
low,
press
slow
moment
night,
out of that?
you know. So we'll probably just call it right now.
You're my
Yep.
friend too.
Like the crazy, right? I don't know if you saw the View, but Whoopi Goldberg was like trying to defend herself, and they were trying to say like, just because my name's there doesn't mean I did anything wrong. And it's like, now you want to play that card, okay? But I will see you guys on the next one. I hope you guys have a great night. But we'll see you guys tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. You guys have a good one.
Time's up, my little heathens. Harley's gotta